All right, Steve Denise here, Director of Market and Product Development with Mazak Seeds, joined by Agronomy Lead Extraordinaire Henry Prinzen. And today we were meeting with our participants this past year from our Yield Quest program, talking about how we can fine-tune yields. What can we take away from the meeting today, Henry?
Yeah, I think there's a few things, Steve, right? And I think it's maybe a more, a network collaborative approach, right? A pathway, I think that was really good. The guys at Honeyland Labs mentioned a pathway to higher yields. I think that's a great way to think about it, is like, how are we plotting our path to higher yields? What can we do, right from the get-go to maximize higher yields, instead of, thinking as, this program, it involves tissue testing, soil testing, the whole package, but it's, not what do we need to do in season to fix something, but more like what can we do to manage to be the best producers out there and to benchmark us against some other people, right? And I think benchmarking is something we lack, right? We, as cash croppers, we sometimes like to hold our data to ourselves, hold our cards close, because, we're competing on land, we're competing on yields, whatever. But, data sharing and benchmarking is a really useful tool to really understand how you're doing in your own area. And, the whole Yield Quest and Stay Green partnership really ties that together, Steve.
Perfect, and the benchmarking, not just on the composite, but really what's important is benchmarking within similar environments and soil types.
100%, Steve, like as many know, right? Like I'm coming from Haldeman and I go, yeah, this is great data, Steve, thanks for showing me this data, but like that's not heavy clay. And what we saw today is really breaking it up by soil type and very unique differences between heavy clays, sands, and then those moderate textured soils in the middle.
So good learnings from 2025. The goal is we're expanding the program for 2026, and that should be exciting. So that's our AgroMinute for today.